Hello, my name is Kayla Truong. Did you know you use over 30 joints and 50 muscles when using chopsticks? That may seem like a lot, but that is actually pretty true because it is very difficult to use. So I'm here to introduce you to my cultural artifact, which are chopsticks. A little bit background history on them is that chopsticks were actually used around 1200 BC or dated back then from China. And so around 480, they were actually used then as utensils. Before that, they were used as cooking items, almost like tongs, because they could withstand the hot heat of oil and water. And by 580, it swept almost all Asian countries, going from Japan to Vietnam. And with that, you start to see foods become a little bit more smaller because you want the chopsticks to be able to be bite-sized in order to pick them up. And so this is all according to Stephanie Butler from history.com. And so you see the different values in chopsticks between past, present, and future. There's many different meanings to what chopsticks are during that. And so here, let's get started with the past. So the past, they actually used chopsticks as a status of wealth. So in China, they would actually bury bronze chopsticks in the tombs. And at wealthy diners, you would see jade, ivory, or silver chopsticks there to show the status of wealth. And it's, so to speak, to say that silver was supposedly able to detect any toxins or food poisoning, and the chopsticks would actually turn black, and only the wealthy could afford that. And so in the present now, we actually have these disposable chopsticks here, and they are easier to make. They're either made out of wood or bamboo, and they're a lot cheaper. In 1878, Japan actually came out with the first disposable chopsticks, and then J. Lee, he is actually the only American manufacturer in the United States to process chopsticks here. And they are just a lot more easier. It's a lot more with our generation because they're so disposable. We don't have to wash it. We don't have to take time to do it. It's a ready-to-go utensil. And so in the future, they actually came out with chopsticks that are electronic. So they have a little bit more technology in it. So what they're able to do, supposedly, is find pH levels. It can tell the temperature of your food, and it shows caloric intake, and which is a craze. People want to be healthy. So I believe the price and the value of chopsticks are going to go up because of the technology that it's going to take for it to go ahead and go through and provide us with all of that information. And so with that being said, what the value to me with chopsticks means to me is I've always used it. It's always part of my culture. I use it every day. I eat it with spaghetti, which is kind of funny. But not only that, but I very value it because I was taught by my parents how to use chopsticks. It's a very difficult skill to learn. And, you know, I feel happy when I go to a restaurant and my family is asking for forks, or I should speak for my brother and sister when they ask for forks, and I'm still able to use chopsticks, and I'm the youngest, so I think that's something that I value a lot, and I'm going to teach my children forth on how to use them. And so with that, we see the different values in past, present, and future, and we're seeing it in the past that there was more value, and then in the present now, they're kind of less valued as anything. They're just throwaway chopsticks. And then in the future, there'll be more value because of the technology and advantages that it's going to offer us. Well, I hope you guys are able to go ahead and learn or able to use chopsticks because it is one of a difficult skill you'll be able to brag about. Thank you.